After nearly 4 full years, I am now bored of stocking up in Lumber Tycoon 2. Now, I would like to mention, this does not mean that I am never going to stock up again. In fact, I actually am going to stock up on this base during this video, ironically. But this means that I just have much less of an interest in stocking up. I didn't spun my car. I just want to go this way, actually. Let's get pumpkins. One day, I was doing a live stream. It was Monday, October 21st of 2024. I was stocking up in Lumber Tycoon 2. And I eventually stopped. I suddenly stopped. And I actually started to think, I don't really want to do this over and over and over and over and over again. In reality, I'm not accomplishing much. I have millions upon millions of lumber bucks that you guys give me, which I do appreciate that. And I know that I have much more money than I definitely naturally earned from grinding frostwood. But I still decided to keep the money and just use it to stock up, because stocking up gave me a thrill. One of the best moments of my entire childhood was back in October of 2020 when I first discovered the art of stocking up in Lumber Tycoon 2. That year was my first stock up season, and actually that is also the same exact year that I ended up coining the term stock up season, all right? Now, the term stock up season just came from me just saying a random word. Just a random set of words. I am known for saying random phrases that are out of the ordinary, but correspond to what is going on. Like something someone would normally not say. Like one that I've been saying a lot recently was, "Oh, you're stuck in the Bluewood Maze, you gotta wiggle out of there," or something like that. That is one of the random phrases that I say. So, stock up season, it's just so random because it's like I'm calling it a whole season 2, but then in my mindset back in 2020 was, well, it's a season that stock up season takes place in, and it takes place usually in fall. So I call that the stock up season. I would just call Halloween stock up season, then Thanksgiving stock up season, Christmas stock up season, but I never necessarily said this, but this is how I like to go by. The entire stock up season is all Halloween, Thanksgiving, and Christmas. If there is a stock up season in any other of the seasons, then that would be a completely different season. All but maybe 3 or 4 of the stock up season days all take place in autumn. A couple of them take place in winter. This is for people who live in the northern hemisphere of the earth.
Subscribe to JB dragmotoxboss for millions of IQ. Also be sure to join my Discord server, JB's Palace.
I did not realize that stock up season was going on in 2020 of October until my friend Kitty or Sponge pointed it out to me. And I'm like, oh yeah, there is Halloween stock up season going on. And that was when the ghastly pumpkin, which is the gray pumpkin, the purple candy bag from in Fancy Furnishings, and by the way, after that purple candy bag, I've never seen a candy bag in Fancy Furnishings since. I wish that all the other candy bags were put in Fancy Furnishings. It's such a Fancy Furnishings things to have. But it's such a thing to put in Fancy Furnishings, but it's not there. And then there was the candy corn axe, which was placed in Woods R Us. And that was the, well, latest Halloween axe that was added to Lumber Tycoon 2 and all of Lumber Tycoon 2. There hasn't been a new Halloween axe since 2020. When I first started stocking up, it gave me a thrill. I can get these items off this shelf. Look, watch. I'm doing it right now. Literally buy them, and then they reappear, and I could just get more. And then to know that I could get an unlimited amount as long as I got them during the rare time. And because of that, that pushed me to keep stocking up more and more. What I would do, especially in the earlier years, I would listen to Halloween music during Halloween stock-up season, and Christmas music during Thanksgiving, and I know some of you are judging there, but during Thanksgiving stock-up season and Christmas stock-up season. Over time, my love for stocking up grew more and more and more, especially since my second stock-up season in the year of 2021, I actually had the current PC that I'm currently using right now to stock up with, rather than a laptop that is just built for school. Eventually, I started doing a lot more live streams of me stocking up, and I always did videos of stocking up. But over time, I shifted into doing more live streams and less videos, especially this year. This is only the third stock-up season video. There's 2 stock-up season videos that I recorded before this one that will come out before the end of the month, and I think that just might be it. I might end up recording more, but I could definitely tell you that I recorded a whole bunch more back in 2021. In 2020, I didn't really post a lot on Lumber Tycoon 2 back then, so I didn't really post too much on that. I did do a couple of videos. I have expected this to happen one day, but for some reason at the same time not, because of how much I was into stocking up. I've been into it for so long, and this has definitely been the biggest obsession I've ever had in my entire life. I have ADHD, and the way that my ADHD brain is wired is that it causes me to want to do something a lot at once, and then do it so much to the point of where I get bored, and then I move on to the next thing. Technically, I will sometimes do a couple things at once, but for the most part, I tend to stick to the same thing. This goes for pretty much anything that goes on in my life. For example, stocking up during stock-up season in Lumber Tycoon 2. Or sometimes I'm interested in playing my Minecraft server, or playing on there. I actually have a channel called dragmotoxboss 2, and in August, September, and before stock-up season in October of 2024, I've been doing a lot of live streams of me playing on that server because I'm really into that server, and you hardly saw any streams on here. That's because I like to focus on one game at a time. I don't really like jumping to multiple games that often. I don't like a lot of games in general, but that's a story for another video or stream. I will, like I said, I will still stock up a little bit. Like, for example, I still would be interested in coming back every single year for Halloween, getting 3 truckloads for this base, and then just being done with it. I mean, I can't get too many items on this base anyway because I don't want to overload the base of too many items, because I actually want this base to be playable, alright? But as of recently, that Monday, I just realized, I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. It serves no real purpose, and I knew that stocking up in itself doesn't really serve a purpose. It's fun, and once the fun runs out, it doesn't really have that much of a purpose. I mean, the items are duped in Lumber Tycoon 2 like heck, and the amount that I got, especially in 2022 and 2023, the amount that I got in those years is absolutely so much more than what one person needs. And I would say, oh, I want to sell them, but I always know that there's way too many to sell, and I would hardly end up selling any of them. And the way I like to sell things is I like to put everything into a gift shop. And you know, at the rate that I sell things at JB's gift shop, and I'm getting the items off of other bases because of the amount of time it takes, it would literally take years, maybe even decades, to sell all of the items that I got from stock-up season in 2020, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Last year, I even knew this, but I told myself, I get a thrill out of getting these items. I still get a thrill out of getting these items. So I want to keep doing this. And also, when I live stream doing this, it causes a bunch of people to start watching the streams. It causes me to get more subscribers. It causes me to get more viewers. It causes me to get more likes. It causes people to come out of the woodwork and say, hey, let's play Lumber Tycoon 2. Another thing that caused me to be so drawn to stocking up for so long is the style of Lumber Tycoon 2. The style of this game is just so simplistic. and then the style of the items. Because of that, that is what keeps me, or at least kept me, stocking up every single year. Well, kept me, does not keep me anymore, because I'm not interested in stocking up all the time anymore, obviously. The way the box looks, the reoccurring, just simplistic picture on the box, and simplistic design of the items makes me interested in stocking up, and especially in this nice simplistic game. But somehow, earlier this week, as of when I'm recording this video at least, earlier this week, that is all broke. I no longer am attached to stocking up as I was the past couple of years. In fact, I am still attached to the art of stocking up. I still appreciate it and I still want to do it. And I will come back every single part of every single stock up season every single year and stock up a couple truckloads. But I will not stock up nearly as much as I did in the past years. You'll probably see me getting a few truckloads of each item on the YouTuber base. Same thing for, well, any alt account base. I have a lot of alt accounts set up with basically max money, or at least close to max money, and a full plot of land. I literally have 5 empty plots that are completely empty. And if I'm stocking up way less now, then I will probably take a long time to fill up each of those plots. Whereas if I stocked up as much as I did the past couple of years, then probably 60 or 70% of those plots would probably be entirely filled. And I like to fill it to data size 8 because after data size 8 of just straight up just items and just a few walls, I end up seeing that it gets too laggy when I have items in a pile. But that's the quickest way you could stock up. It takes a lot of time to organize the items out of a pile. Since I'm still interested in the art of stocking up, I'm telling you now that I'm probably always going to be interested in the art of stocking up. In fact, I actually technically stocked up in a different game before Lumber Tycoon 2. I actually used to stock up on the rare seasonal holiday packs in Plants vs. Zombies Garden Warfare 2. Yes, I would like to get the holiday seasonal potted plants and zombie bots and zombie minions and weeds and stuff like that in Garden Warfare 2. If you don't really know that game, then this might sound a little bit like gibberish to you, so I apologize. And actually, they did technically have stock up season in that if you think of it. But I think they only had like 1 or 2 years, because I saw 2016, 2017, I think I even saw 2018, and then they just keep re-releasing those packs. I am not 100% sure, but they may have ran it like stock up season and had it like, oh, certain holiday characters in 2016, then different ones in 2017, and then different ones in 2018. We're never re-releasing these again, but then they re-released them because I stocked up on them in 2019. So yeah, there was all that, and I also stocked up on them in 2018. I am less interested in stocking up though. The past couple of years, and even earlier this week and last week, it used to run in my head, I need to stock up. Oh my goodness, I wasted all this time that I could be spending on stocking up. The way my ADHD brain is set up is that whenever I miss out on something, it starts to bother me. But it has to be something that I care enough about. And since I'm starting to lose interest in the art of stocking up, I still like it, but I'm not obsessed with it anymore. I'm finally freed from that mindset that I'm automatically put into, the mindset of, oh, I didn't stock up. I can't believe I didn't stock up. I can't believe I wasted time and I did not stock up on these items. What am I doing? 9 months, almost 10 months of the year, I literally can't stock up. So why am I wasting my time now? Nowadays, I just want to casually stock up a little bit. In Refinery Caves 2, in Oaklands, in Lumber Tycoon 2, in any other Lumber Tycoon 2 type game that has stock up season. I know Lua Molecule is probably going to have stock up season in his new game that will eventually come out. I think it's called Adventure Vista or something like that. So, yes, I do like the art of getting limited items, but I don't like the art of overloading unlimited items, getting more than I can even handle. In my entire life, I've always had a more, bigger attitude. And as I started to age a little bit, that has started to decrease. And thank goodness, because that could get a little overwhelming. It's basically an overambitious attitude. This is overall a very good thing, because I'm finally just freed of that mindset. I just get to have fun, get some Halloween items, and then look back on them when it's not Halloween anymore and be like, I was there for that year and I got those Halloween items. And on Halloween, in my Minecraft server, I'm actually going to farm rare pumpkin mobs. The Wither Skeleton pumpkin mobs, the zombie and skeleton pumpkin mobs, and whatever else has a pumpkin spawn on its head. And the even more rare one, the jack-o'-lantern one. I'm going to try and collect some jack-o'-lantern mobs in my Minecraft server. But even if I hardly get any jack-o'-lantern mobs, it's just fun playing that day in general, just seeing it change into a Halloween theme. You don't see Halloween all year. You only see it a little bit of the year. If you saw it all year, then it would get boring. But it makes it special because it's not happening all the time. Also, with my love for stock up season decreasing over this last week, I will actually play Lumber Tycoon 2 less since it doesn't get that many updates. I'm still going to do some things in Lumber Tycoon 2, but at a much slower rate. Like I said in the if stock up season is canceled video or whatever. And even during that video, I could even tell I wasn't entirely upset if I had to move on and never stock up in Lumber Tycoon 2 ever again. I was not 100% devastated. If I thought that stock up season was canceled forever, let's say last year, if this happened last year, then I would be much more upset. But I have almost grown out of it then, and now I'm fully grown out of it. Out of this obsession with stocking up in Lumber Tycoon 2. I'm ready to move on. I'm ready to start playing Oaklands more and Refinery Caves 2 more, the games that actually do get updates that are worth checking out. And in fact, I have started to live stream a bunch of Oaklands and Refinery Caves 2. Refinery Caves 2 will get a Halloween update soon, and Oaklands has already had a Halloween update starting earlier this month. So, yeah, I like to spend time in those games, grind, and then get the limited items. And then whenever it's not a fun holiday anymore, I then spend a bunch of time in my Minecraft server. If I'm going to be relying more on Oakland stock-up seasons, and by the way, I will be doing Oakland stock-up season item reveal videos from now on. I'm going to get back into that, and I'm also going to start doing that for Refinery Caves too. There are stock-up seasons for those games more than just October, November, and December typically. And in fact, Lumber Tycoon 2 has hardly ever had stock-up season outside of those months. Hardly ever. And the only time Lumber Tycoon 2 had stock-up season outside of those typical months was on my 18th birthday this year, March 15th of 2024, till the end of the Hunt First Edition, when the egg came out. Whoever has been a part of this crazy, overhyped, interesting stock-up season phase of my life, shout out to you. I'm sorry, but the era is now over, and I hope you all enjoyed it while it lasted.